This is the Expect Awesome Podcast, your source for expecting and achieving awesome with a God-powered confidence. And now, motivational speaker and Integrity Doctors President, Mr. Ryan K. Maul.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode here at the Expect Awesome Podcast. My name is Ryan K. Maul. Thrilled to be back with you another week here. Like I said, the awesomeness is going to continue, and I'm really excited about what I'm going to start it with today. So one thing I did this week, I did earlier on the week that I wanted to continue with, is that I actually texted a bunch of you and I asked you what you would like me to talk about. Because I figured if I'm going to talk about things, if I'm going to keep talking, and why should I just come up with random thoughts on my own? Why not ask you? Why not get your opinion on what I should be talking about? And if you're wondering right now, well, Ryan, how did people text you? I don't have your number. That's not fair. Or are we not friends? No. It's real easy. In fact, I have a kind of an announcement with it. I have a new phone number. I don't want to go into the weird long story of why I had to change phone numbers a month into this thing, but to fix the technical issues, I have a new number. So if you text me now, if you've been texting me, it's going to change. I'm going to text you to let you know it. But my new number is 941-202-6259. If you're watching online, you can see it. It's right on the screen. Otherwise, if you're listening, again, 941-202-6259. You don't need to send in kind of keyword or anything. It's literally a phone line. You just text me and I will respond. An auto text will come and it'll ask you a few questions about yourself, and that's it. And then every text is from me. I have a blast doing this. I love texting. I send so many texts, more than I ever have in my whole life since I started doing this thing. So it's fun. I like to hear from you. I like to hear what's going on. So do that. So if you have any kind of questions or any kind of feedback, anything you want me to talk about or address, that's what we're going to do. So send it to me there, 941-202-6259. So what I want to address today, because I noticed of all the requests, of the hundreds of requests I got on what I should talk about, I noticed that there were a lot of similarities. There were a lot of things that were very similar being sent to me. And so what I thought was, rather than just try to address all of them in one, rather than trying to just do them all into one podcast, I'm going to kind of make a series of it. So the next few podcasts, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be actually covering one major topic. And that topic is hiring. Because I realize that is something that even right now in this time, with everything that's gone on with the pandemic, with everything that's gone on with the PPP and all the legal stuff and the loans and hiring back people and furloughed people and fired people and trying to get people to come back from work I realize that there's a pressure on you right now that's a little bit different as a business owner. And if you're going to hire the right people, I want to make sure that we cover the basics. Now, these aren't just any kind of basics. I'm not just going to lay out like what I want you to do. I want to give you the concepts behind finding awesome employees. Now, finding them so each week I'm going to talk about different things. Like today, I'm just going to talk about the basic conceptual of where I'm going to go to find people. Then we're going to talk about how we train those people. Then we're also going to talk about how do we develop leaders. And we're going to close it out by talking about how do we actually get people to be awesome team members without you. So this is going to be fun. This is a whole lot of stuff I'm covering, whole lot of things. But I think if you hang with me for the next few weeks, I think this will be very helpful for anybody who owns a business or runs a business, because naturally you want to make sure you have the best team possible. You want to make sure you have the best people on your side working for the same goal that you're working for. And the first place we have to start is, where do we find them? Because naturally, I know you don't want mediocre employees. I know you want people that aren't just going to last for 2 weeks. I know you want people that will stay. Now, if you're a member of our company, if you do coaching with Integrity Doctors, my first point isn't going to surprise you at all. In fact, it may be like, oh, here he goes again. And I get that, but hang with me because I want you to understand something. I'm going to address it from a different direction today. And it's one that's a little bit of a gut check. It's kind of a little bit of a stinger, but at the same time, I think it'll make you realize why this is so important. So if we are going to find awesome employees, if we are going to find someone awesome to add to the team, to fit in, to be the perfect extension of our purpose, of our dream, of what we are trying to do, where you have to look to find them is in your business. Now, I'm not talking about your current employees. I'm not talking about swapping people around. I'm not talking about just moving people from place to place. I'm talking about your current customer base is your main source for your future. Now, if I say that and you think, well, I don't know about that. I don't want to hurt those relationships. No, see, you're looking in the wrong place. See, if you think that you can't find someone among your customer base, we have a bigger problem. We have a bigger problem because actually what we have to realize here is that the people who love you are the people who keep coming back. And if they love you, there's a really good chance there are people right now who would love to work for you and you don't know it, because who's just going to come out and say it? Who's going to just come out and talk about it? But it's first realizing and recognizing that the first step is to acknowledge the fact that rather than trying to find some complete stranger, find someone out there in the middle of nowhere who's somehow going to be magically in love with you overnight, like love potion number 9 or something. No, it is time to start looking at your customers. It's time to start looking at your patients. It's time to start looking right where you're at rather than looking elsewhere. Because here's what I want to take, because I know what the natural inclination is. I know your natural inclination as a business owner is to post an ad online. It's to go to Indeed. It's to go to a job recruiter. It's to go to these different websites where you can post all these listings and post all these ads for your open position. But here's the problem with that. And this is the gut check. This is the honesty. I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to hit you with it. To me, when I see business owners post online, and that's the first place they go, and that's where they lean on, whether that be Indeed, ZipRecruiter, even Facebook for that matter, what it really tells me is that you don't think you have the greatest business in the world to work in. Ooh, did you hear that? See, when you post on those places, all it tells me is you don't think this is that great a place to work. Because why would you have to go to the outside to find someone who's never heard of you before, to find someone who's never been to your business before? Why would you think that that's the first type of person you need to go for? Someone that is absolutely, completely unfamiliar with your business. See, that doesn't make any sense. If you look about anything else, let's say you owned a restaurant. If you owned a pizza place, I wouldn't go looking elsewhere. I'd be like, if you like pizza, you should come in here. And because you like pizza, because you come in a lot, maybe you'd want to work here because you like it so much, because maybe you'd want some free pizza. Maybe you would want to take advantage of the benefits of being an employee here. But as soon as you start thinking that my first choice is to go elsewhere, it leaves the impression that you don't think anybody would want to work here. And that's a problem. Now, I know some of you might even hear that and think, well, Ryan, that's not the case. That's mean. That's too harsh. No, it's really not. It's really not, because if I'm honest with you, I would think that if I had a business that I loved, that I believed in, that I was building a culture around, that was fun, exciting, and a place I want to come every single day, I'm thinking that every single person who walks through that door should want to work here. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if I built the perfect business with the perfect system, with the perfect people, who wouldn't want to work here? In fact, I pretty much could be able to just literally stand up in the middle of the day while it's packed and while it's busy and look around and say, hey, we just got a job opening. We got a position opening. Who wants it? I'm pretty sure there'd be someone. I know somebody. Me. How about me? I have someone who'd love this. I am someone who'd love this. Oh, I need to go call. See, I think one of the things that we do is we naturally assume that we have to recruit just by going and asking. I think if you would just start telling people, hey, we've got an open position, and they fill up fast, because that's the one thing we don't do. We act like a position will be on the market forever. It's like selling a house. If you're going to sell a house, the longer the house sits, the worse it is for the seller. But what you want to do is you want to try to build some momentum. You want to try to build some momentum around the house so that it sells quickly, because the faster it sells, the better it goes. That is the same way with employees. When you're going to hire, when you want to go look for someone, you want to build the anticipation and the thought behind it with the idea and concept that this job won't last, that this open position is going to go like that. It's going to happen. It's not going to wait for you. It's not going to wait for somebody. It's not going to be around next week. See, that's the kind of position that fills fast. That's the kind of position that is desirable. But what we do is we create the ideas of less desirability. We act like, oh, it's just another job. Oh, we're just going to have to put another ad. Oh, we're just going to have to let someone else interview. We're going to have to just go through these people. And we're just going to have and everything you sounds awful. It doesn't sound awesome. The hiring process doesn't sound awesome, but it's because we don't have any momentum built around it. It's because we're not talking about it like this is the most awesome place on the planet to work. It's because we're not talking about it like everyone should want to be on this team. We're not talking about it like this is the greatest opportunity in our town, in our community right now. See, is that how you're thinking about it? When your front desk position opens up, is that how you think? When you need a practice representative, is that what you think? When you need an office manager, is that what you think? See, or do you say, well, we have this position and we're looking for this type of person. Oh, no. This place is awesome. And we want to be able to show this is awesome. But if we don't go into it acting like not only is the business awesome, but the position is awesome and everything that's going to happen is awesome, then we're just going to get a whole lot of mediocrity. We're going to get a whole lot of settling. We're going to get a whole lot of things that aren't going to work. So the very first step you have to do is you need to believe in your position. You have to believe in your workplace, and you need to believe that what you are offering is the most awesome position in town. You start there, and you make people believe, and you make yourself believe, and you make the rest of your team believe that this position that's open shouldn't last, should go super quick because it's one incredible opportunity. And that's where the hiring starts to stop. That's where the challenges of hiring start to go away. Because rather than it feeling like nobody wants to work here, you go into the mindset with everyone wants to work here. Everyone wants this. Everyone, everywhere is begging to be at this place. That's where you have to start. So if you're going to hire, it starts with your mindset. It starts with your application of awesome and labeling the position and labeling your business as the most awesome place to work in town. That's it for this week. I'm going to continue on next week. It'll kind of be a little late. I'm going to be out next week. However, lots of fun stuff, lots of new things coming. There's so much that we're working on. Being home, not being able to travel right now, we have been knocking some stuff out. We are changing the game. If you're at Integrity Doctors, I'm telling you this year, this is going to be the most exciting year we've ever had, because we have got some stuff coming that is going to blow your mind. We are seriously raising our game. We've been investing all of our time into updating so many things and changing so many things and making things better. I can't wait to tell you what it is when it's available. I can't wait to show you. It's going to be phenomenal. If another one I have to announce, if you have kids, I have a book out. And many of you, I know that many of you have ordered it. Obviously, I mailed about 20 copies this week. If you want to order it, it's on Amazon. It's on Kindle, Nook. You can get it all different places. If you want a signed copy from me, though, you got to go to ryankmaule.com. That's RYANKMAULE.com, and I will actually personalize it and send it to you. So that's a pretty awesome thing. I've been enjoying doing that. It's an honor to do it. It's so much fun, and I love getting pictures back with kids reading it and seeing it. It's super fun. So if you have that, if you have the book, please post it online. Please tag me in it. I love that. It's one of my absolute favorite things. But again, remember, don't forget, even though I moved on to a few different things, make sure you start focusing on how awesome your business is, how awesome your opportunity is, and how everyone should be absolutely super stoked to work for you. Thanks for listening this week, everybody. And remember, text me anything, even a question from today, even something you want to talk about from today. Don't be afraid. 941-202-6259. Thanks for listening, everybody, and I will see you very, very soon.
For more awesomeness, visit RyanKMall.com or follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ryan K. Mall. Until next time, keep smiling and remember, you are awesome.